Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Daily Grind. How you doing out there this morning? Good, I hope. Hope you're having a great morning. Hope you have a great day. All day today, by golly. Well, let's get crack-lacking. We're going to talk about something that most everybody's guilty of. Beating yourself up with guilt. We all, oh man, the things we beat ourselves with guilt over. We get up late, fall off the diet, have a piece of cake, don't get somewhere on time, say something wrong or do something wrong. We beat ourselves up. What we're telling ourselves is we're not good people, that we're doing bad things. We're not good because we did these things. Let me ask you something. Do you know good people? I know a lot of good people, and guess what? They get up late sometimes, and they're late getting somewhere, and maybe they have that piece of cake when they shouldn't, and maybe they do this, and maybe they say something they shouldn't. Doesn't make them not good people. They're still good people. The same as we are. We're still good people. You're still good people just because you get up late once in a while or you do something silly like that. There's no sense in beating yourself with guilt. There's no growth in guilt, none whatsoever. And when you're accusing yourself and pounding yourself and beating yourself with guilt, you're saying you're not good. You're not a good person, and that's just malarkey. You are a good person. Just because you goof up and you wake up late or fall off a diet or something silly like that doesn't mean you're not a good person. You're still a good person. Guilt is something you're taught when you're a little kid. You know, people use guilt to try to teach, and that's the wrong way to go about it. And I don't know when that started, but it was probably millions of years ago. And it's the worst thing you can teach somebody is to beat yourself with guilt. It's just ridiculous. And I know so many people that do it. I do it myself. I still do it at times. And then I'm like, what is going on here? Why am I feeling? We feel guilty when we take care of ourselves. You get some toxic person out of your life and you feel guilty. And what you're doing is taking care of yourself. It's just insane. We need to stop doing that. You gotta understand you're a good person, and just because you did something wrong, or what you consider wrong, I can't say that everything I feel guilty about or that we feel guilty about is wrong. It's not. It's just that we feel guilty about it, about something silly. Maybe canceling out on something that you said you were going to do, and because you just can't do it, you can't afford it financially, or you don't have the time or something. So you cancel out, and then you feel guilty about it. You feel guilty about taking care of yourself. That's just insane, but that's what we do. So it's time to start learning not to feel guilty. Hey, so what? You had a little bit extra food for dinner. You didn't follow this diet you're supposed to be on 100%. It's all right. You're human, for crying out loud. Lighten up. Be good to yourself. You want to feel better, start loving yourself. Stop beating yourself with guilt and start loving yourself and telling yourself things are all right. And start teaching your kids different too. Don't use guilt to teach your kids, because then they're going to grow up doing the same thing their whole life. And you know what that's like. You don't want to give that to somebody else. It's just ridiculous. I certainly don't want anybody else to do that kind of stuff. So anyway, stop beating yourself up with guilt over things that you don't need to. Just because you get up late, or you get somewhere late, or you don't do something perfect, there's no need to feel guilty. That's just malarkey. You don't need to feel guilty. You need to love yourself. Love yourself. If something like that happens again, you stop beating yourself up with guilt, shake your head, say, that's ridiculous. I have nothing to feel guilty about. I'm taking care of myself. I'm a good person. And I'm not going to play that game of beat myself with guilt. There's no growth in it. So don't do it anymore. Hey, listen, I hope this helped you out. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Over.